another video. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day, blessed week. J-Love is back with some videos. Today's video, we're gonna have my wife gonna read some questions to me, and I'm gonna answer them. And so here we go. Let's get into it.
What got you into YouTube?
What got me into YouTube was I did a video about eight or 9 years ago, and I did it in my friend's backyard. I told him, hey, can you record me? And we did it. And I didn't really do anything after that. And then later on in 2020, that's where I started really making more videos. And I felt like I really needed to share my heart and just, yeah, my heart, my disability, and the way I have Jesus in my life and all that stuff. So, yeah.
If you could give one tip of advice to others like you, what would it be?
An advice to give you guys, if you are trying to get started on this or something, or you're trying to do like YouTube, or you're trying to figure out life, figure out what you need to do, just take a risk, take a step at it, step out and just do it. Because like for me to do my YouTube my videos, I had to step out. I had to really be confident. I had to be really bold. And once you do it, you got to keep constantly doing it. So don't be scared or afraid. Just take a step out and just really do what you really want to do, and that'll help you.
What brings you in a good mood?
What brings me in a good mood is I pray before I go to bed. I pray when I wake up. When I wake up, I look at my wife and I give her a kiss. Just, you want to do something that makes you gonna be in a good mood. Always remember, if you pray or not pray, I know that really makes me in a really better mood. You just gotta figure out, you always want to wake up not like mad or upset. You want to wake up happy and just feeling great for yourself.
What is one life lesson that you think everyone should know?
I think one life lesson that making mistakes, it's gonna be okay. But I think when you stay on it, it's gonna get a lot better. I think that's probably one big life lesson I would give.
What was the most dangerous situation you've been in?
I think the dangerous things I ever been is when people tell me that I'm not doing good on my videos, I'm faking it, I don't believe you love Jesus, I think you're just doing it for show, I think you just don't really want to, I think you want to tell your story because you just want to be that person. But no, I do it because of the love of Jesus. I do it because God put that in my heart. I do it because God gave me the opportunity to step out of danger and do that with people. So I think a lot of danger is just people being negative and being really down-talking me.
What was the first thing you did this morning?
I woke up, gave my wife a kiss, tell her I love her, and drank coffee, made my wife coffee, we talked, and yeah, and then we talk about videos, talk about plans, we talk about a lot of that stuff.
How do you relax yourself when you're stressed out?
Ooh, being stressed is not a good thing, guys. I think a lot of times that what I would do when I'm stressing out, I pray. I know a lot of people don't do that, but it does help you. It helps you release, it helps you relax, and it helps you get that out. Or a lot of times go on a walk or go to a park and just take your mind off of it, take the stress off. But always remember, it's not good to live in stress, live in fear. You can't have that in your life. You want to get that go. So do something that makes you happy. Go do an activity. Do something that will make you not be stressed. It'll be stress-free.
If money wasn't an issue, how would that make your life different?
I tell Pete, the one thing about money, you guys, I don't like money. I know people tell me, oh, give me your money. No, that's not the point. The point is, you have to have money to pay rent. You have to have money to pay bills. Please don't take this personally. But just having money, just general, it's like, get you in trouble. Eating bad, buying things you don't need to, stuff like that. But I don't let money be my control of my life, because money is not the answer to everything. Money is just to help you get through life. Build houses, mortgages, get your food, get diapers for your baby, or anything like that. So, but I just don't, or pay your tithes in churches, and I don't let money be a control at all. So,
Who do you ask for advice when you have to make a difficult decision?
well, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good question. I think the best advice you could do is pray about it. Pray and ask God. I know a lot of people that don't probably do that. I understand. That's totally fine. But I think a lot of times prayer does help. Prayers will help the answer. But a lot of times I would go to maybe a close family member or a close friend. A lot of times I go to a close friend. But most of the ones that are going to give you the best advice is praying about it and talking to Jesus, because He will give you the right way to approach things, to do things. But a lot of times you will have that close family, close friends that will give you the best advice. Please don't take that wrong. They will give you the advice that you need to know, or advice that would help you get through anything.
What is something you do differently than most people?
I think the only difference is, with this question, I think the only difference is I have a disability. You might not, but I don't call it. I don't think there's no difference between me and you, because we're all the same. The only difference is I might have a little bit of a difference, but I don't think there's really a big difference in that department or in that direction. But I think maybe we might say things a little bit different. We might do things that, oh no, maybe you said this better than this, and stuff like that. So I think there's only a little teeny beeny thing that would be a little different between us.
How do you feel about taking risks?
I love it. Taking risks is a big thing, but I think the biggest risk you want to take, for example, I know I've been prophesied over my life that I'm called on the big platforms. I know sometimes getting on a platform, speaking in front of thousands of people, that would be a big risk. But I think once you pray and once you have that warmth over you, I think it'll be an easy. But the biggest thing is taking risks, like at a job, or taking a risk at this position would not be bad. Sometimes we have to take risks to make things get better. And I think I just want to encourage you guys to always take that big risk, because take a risk of trying a new position, a job. Take a risk of trying a new job, or doing a job you want, or anything like that, because the risk is going to help you get better and better and better when you step out, and faith and love and doing that kind of stuff. So for me, getting on a platform, preaching, I'm stepping out of faith, I'm stepping out of love, and I'm stepping out of what I'm called to do. So at a job, do the same thing, anywhere it is. Yeah, you just want to take that risk, you want to take that faith of doing it, trying it out.
And the last question is, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
Oh, wow. What can I done better? How can I want to done things a lot better? Could I save some friends when I was 20 than now? Yes. Could I have given a better advice? Yes. Couldn't I have taken a different direction? Yes. But here's the thing I want to encourage you guys with. Sometimes it takes us a while to give the best advice to people when we're 20s. Sometimes when we're 20s, we don't know what we're doing yet, right? Because that's barely getting out of college, right? Sometimes. And I think sometimes what we need to do is always be positive and always be positive to people and how we could answer people's things. I know a lot of times where I've lost friends, but now we become friends again because they see a change in me, right? Sometimes you just have to really ask yourself, what can I have done better? But you don't want to beat yourself up. You know what I mean? What I had to do is I had to pray for those, for that. You know, I prayed for when I was 20 years old. Lord, whatever I did wrong, I would forgive those people. I would forgive whoever I hurt. I didn't really hurt too many people. I just had to lose friends. But, you know, sometimes you have to just really understand, did I make the right decision or did I make the wrong decision when I was younger, when I was 20 years old, or to where I'm at right now. So that's like the only best thing I could give right now. But anyways, I just want to give just a message from my heart to you guys. It's okay to not, we're not here to be perfect. We're here just to come and love and come encourage you guys how we want to help you understand that sometimes we have to take risks. We got to take, you know, all these things. You know, we're going to have fear. We're going to have a lot of these things and certain things. But I just want to encourage you guys to step out in faith. Just step out and just do things that you always wanted to do, because that's going to be the best message. The best message is I want you to know to never give up. That is my motive. That's my passion. And I want you to know to never give up on the things you want to do. Sometimes we have to step out and do the things we need to do. But I want to encourage you, family and friends, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in anything. I want to encourage you to never give up and always know that J-Love is praying for you. He wants to encourage you, and he wants you to know to stay strong and stay faithful. Till next time, J-Love.